And basically, if it wasn't penises, vaginas, naked ladies, or scripts for Shakespeare's plays that were being posted in the comment section, it was almost always Bob and his many different manifestations.
Hello everyone and welcome back to GamerPod episode 3. I'm joined here once again with Tex.
Hey.
Hello, and let's just get straight into the topics. There's nothing really else that I need to mention aside from if you want, you can, I guess, just not listen to us and watch the footage, but yeah, I don't know. Just feel free to do whatever when you watch these things. Just listen to us or just pay attention to the audio or do both.
Yeah.
So anyways, first thing that we're going to discuss today is, do you think that YouTube needs a serious competitor? Because as far as I know, YouTube is pretty much one, if not the only largest video streaming service kind of thing.
Yeah. It dominates that market, basically.
Yeah, it dominates. And the only competitors that I can think of are Vimeo, Dailymotion, and I think that's about it, really. And those two combined don't even come to a fraction of what YouTube is.
No, you don't even need to bring in statistics to know that.
No, you don't.
Vimeo doesn't really come to mind when you want to watch videos online.
No.
I mean, and I feel Vimeo is second largest.
Yeah, I think it is.
One on that.
I think it is. I think even I think. Yeah, I don't know, because YouTube's is basically owned by Google, and Google itself is like pretty much almost the largest, I guess, portion of the internet, in a way.
Yeah, and the scary thing is well, not really scary, but the fact of the matter is Google, with search results, they index by importance. However, they have because they own services like YouTube and etc. I can't think of any others right now. They have the ability to like bias their results and put their results or services up higher. So I mean, of course, they wouldn't try and do it in a way so that like the fair competitives office or whatever will come after them and so on and say you're offering these services, you're offering these search results, but you're not being fair to Vimeo because you're not showing them directly to consumers. Like, they had the ability to sneakily bump up their results, and so basically YouTube floods the first 2 pages or so when you've looked for a video, and then there'll be Vimeo and Dailymotion and stuff afterwards.
Yeah, because like what you just mentioned just then is basically it does show how powerful Google can be.
Yes.
They can pretty
much
just change the results of your searches, and really you wouldn't know a single thing has happened.
No, you wouldn't.
They can influence what you look at in a way. They have great power doing that.
Well, take a look at the whole Google Plus shit. They pushed that on people. Everyone was forced. Like, you had the option in the end of you had the option in the end to choose if you wanted to take it on or not. But basically, by choosing not to get Google Plus, you're basically asked to have a lobotomy, and then they sit you in front of a computer and then say, now try and communicate with everyone on YouTube. You can't. You're stunted. You can't even do that. It's blocked. Like, they removed like commenting, which is like an integral part to any social media platform. Doesn't matter if it's videos or just straight up Facebook. But they blocked commenting onto this like premium, in a way, Google Plus feature. And so they have the ability to change things, and people can't do anything. I mean, all these YouTubers, like, they're not as huge as PewDiePie, for example, but they were saying, oh, I hate Google Plus and I hate YouTube now because of all the changes. And most of them threatened to leave, but in the end they just had to give in and just go with it because
coming back to the original topic,
they couldn't replicate the popularity and stuff. They couldn't take that popularity over to Vimeo. They could threaten, but it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, exactly, because like where else would they go to if not YouTube? It would have to be Vimeo or Dailymotion, and as we already mentioned before, those two competitors aren't even close to YouTube. No. So if anything, they're kind of screwing themselves over by switching over to those services, despite
who knows how
being
they're
sometimes a pain in the ass.
who knows how their monetizing programs work over there anyway? I mean, what if you're not like WMG Music or something, or sorry, UMG, WMG, those kinds of music groups? If you're not them, do you get offered the monetizing programs like you do on YouTube? So, I mean, you're stuck in a bad position. So for people like PewDiePie, I think if I'm right and I remember correctly, he abandoned his university course or left it to pursue his career. He's become this big, and I mean, I use an ad blocker, but if I didn't, I think every one of his videos would have ads, or just because he's so big now, he gets paid anyway. But I mean, the monetizing program, like depends on the fans and stuff. If he left, I mean, who knows if Vimeo would give him the same opportunity, or if their popularity on YouTube will carry over to theirs. Like, oh yeah, I'm PewDiePie, I hate YouTube now, I want to move over to Vimeo, I want to join up to the monetizing program. We're like, well, we don't care who you are, you're just another person to us. Is that the case? Like, yeah, it's the competitive market really complicates things.
Yeah, unfortunately, that has to be the case with YouTube. It's pretty much, it owns like the majority of the population's I guess view count or whatever. But the only way to kind of change that is if there is some sort of new competitor that does what YouTube does but does it better. Either that, or it I guess it offers more, or is more, well, less money based, I guess. Like, it's not hugely after your money or something like that, because I know YouTube has pretty much become kind of like a big I don't know what's really called, but I know that it's almost as if everything's all about the money now. And then again, it's like, when is it not about the money? So you could argue that.
Well, everything's faceless with Google. You can't contact them for anything. It's almost like I'm going back to PewDiePie again. It's almost like how he wouldn't put his email or phone number out, or even when he's playing online games on public servers with his friends, and when there's public players coming in, he wouldn't use his name. He'd call himself Gandalf or something, because he doesn't want you being able to contact him. So with with YouTube, they completely cut out any way of messaging them, and I think they just get drowned out if they had it otherwise.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's kind of, in a way, similar to the life of a celebrity. In a way, you don't want to have your personal email or whatever being publicly available. Otherwise, goddamn, you would just have this entire inbox of like thousands of unread messages every single day, if not more. And you just know you're not going to have the time to sit through all of them and read like all your fans' emails, or even some threats.
Yeah, but then it's scary, because then it makes you wonder, how in touch are they with their user base? I mean, if we can't talk to them and relay our problems without it going through an automated messaging system that filters out whatever, then how can you complain? I mean, I don't know if I've used this example before, but I had made a remix that I was pretty proud of for a song before, and it was just the instrumental part of the song was remixed, but not really the audio. The audio, I got it from the public domain, and I'd put it together, and then fucking the content scanning system, whatever it is, it heard the lyrics and it matched it to another remix, some other fucking random remix, and then it tagged my thing as almost stolen in a way. Then they also started injecting ads into that, and then labeling my song that I remixed as this other person's remix. So when I went to try and complain about it, I found out after enough Googling, ironically, that the system's automated, and when you send in your appeals or whatever, it doesn't go to anything. It doesn't go to YouTube. They don't monitor that. So you can't complain to YouTube about the company incorrectly tagging a thing. It goes to the company itself, and they have the full right to reject your appeal, doesn't matter what. So therefore, it's like these third-party huge companies control everything alongside Google. So, and then you can't complain to Google because there's no way to email them. And then they say, if we don't believe that your email is of enough importance, we will ban you. I couldn't do anything, and even when I found a way of contacting Google, because they said it'd take like 30 days, and so that'd be well after the time that they took full control of my remix. And they also said I'd get a copyright mark, and then they'd also ban me if they thought I was just fucking around with them. Like, they're faceless. You can't do anything.
Yeah, I remember there was like a while ago, there was some sort of, I guess, few articles on the web mentioning how YouTube has this flawed copyright system kind of thing.
Yes, it's really bad.
It's, pretty bad from what I've read. And I guess since we mentioned it during the discussion about Google Plus, might as well move on to the next topic and basically talk about whether or not Google Plus itself is dead, because from what I remember reading somewhere, it was also another article, I think it was pretty much the person that started Google Plus, I can't remember the name precisely, but they stepped down or quit from Google.
Because they hated Google Plus.
I don't know, I don't think it was because they hated Google Plus.
No, it was forced on them. It was forced on them, and they didn't want that.
I don't think that was the case either, but either way, they left, and I don't know why they left, like I said, but I don't know how it really changes Google Plus, but from what I can tell, Google Plus itself, like, no one really talks about Google Plus. Like, I don't know who even uses the thing.
The only publicity Google Plus got was when everyone was hating on it because it's being forced onto them.
Yeah, I think the only time Google Plus was even, you know, a thing was when it was basically forced on every single person who had a YouTube account, because to be able to comment or like or do basically anything on YouTube required a Google Plus account, and even if you didn't have one, you were given one by having a YouTube account before Google Plus even existed. So when it did exist, you get a Google Plus account. And I think I read somewhere that it was thanks to Bob that Google Plus is dead. And if any of you guys don't know who Bob is, it was basically this ASCII art of a stickman and a tank, and then it said something along the lines like, "This is Bob," and
building an army, helping fight Google Plus. And basically, if it wasn't penises, vaginas, naked ladies, or scripts for Shakespeare's plays that were being posted in the comment section, it was almost always Bob and his many different manifestations. But
Bob was funny.
But I just think that Google didn't think it well enough, okay? They knew that they had enough... Okay, this is the funny thing. They knew that they had enough power to force Google Plus on everyone. But I don't think they thought it through. Because what they did was, they didn't drive up the amount of users for Google Plus. They actually leached out the functionality of Google Plus and integrated it into YouTube. So if you think about the fact they integrated that the notification system with the little bell, I don't get what the fuck the point of that is, but the bell's there. So you got the messaging system there. You got the commenting system on the YouTube pages. So they technically merged. They basically forced everyone to use Google Plus, but what they've done is they've merged almost all of Google Plus's functionality into YouTube, and so they've killed Google Plus because no one needs to go to Google Plus to get the same thing. It's like going to to YouTube and removing all the videos, and then you call that Google Plus.
Yay!
That's basically what they've done. Which I'm not complaining. I fucking hate Google Plus. I mean, I'm not on Facebook myself or Twitter or any other of that shit. But the fact of the matter is, it didn't even help by forcing Google Plus onto me to make me use it. I mean, there's nothing special about Google Plus. It's like the wannabe little bitch, like the little guy in the big group of bullies that wants to get in. So it's like the guy copies them and tries to do everything, but they'll never be the in guy. They'll always be the little shit on the side that no one gives two fucks about.
I mean, I know for some YouTubers, mainly the one that comes to my head is Total Biscuit, or otherwise known as Cynical Brit. Either of them the same person. Basically, in his videos ever since that change have always got the comments disabled, so no one can actually comment on his videos, and instead he redirects everyone to his subreddit, where everyone posts their comments there, because
Yep,
he
that's
believes
smart.
that the comment system in YouTube is just absolutely terrible, and until YouTube changes it into a more fluid or better implementation or something along those lines, he's not gonna make his videos have the comments enabled at all. Which, I mean, that's fair enough. Although it can be annoying for the people who don't have a Reddit account, because then they can't comment on their subreddits. But I think
Yeah.
it's not that huge of a deal if you can be bothered
But
making a Reddit account.
it's really bad because when it all started, the shit went down. Even I mean, it's really bad for people like PewDiePie. I don't care about how it affected him, but what it did was it affected Google's ability to disseminate through all the information and get an idea of what people liked and stuff. Because fucking PewDiePie was banning commenting. He was also redirecting people to Reddit as well. So that's driving up Reddit's business and stuff. But he was banning the stuff, and so for the 27 or so million people that are on his account and wanting to comment, it's changed now. It's back as far as I know, but they couldn't, and so Google can't get any more information from its users to find out what they want to do target ads and stuff, because they can't even talk on the 27 million count users YouTube channel. They can't do that. So, and then people are using other different services like Reddit, as you just said, to communicate. It's caused more harm than good. I mean, it's bad enough that fucking Google rolled out user interface changes every 2 days, but then people are canceling commenting, which Google relies on, as far as I know, as one part of its advertising system. So yeah, it's stupid. Well, it was shit to begin with.
Well, since you mentioned about the YouTube interface changes, I do know of a user script, or basically kind of like an add-on for Firefox, or I think it also works in Chrome as well. Basically, you'd need Grease Monkey, but you basically download this script called YouTube Center, and basically it lets you customize your YouTube experience, and basically you can enable or disable some features that YouTube has rolled out. Basically giving you the option to customize YouTube to the way that you believe it should have been, and yeah, basically just making it less of a hassle to deal with. I know for sure that the one feature that I definitely disabled from YouTube was its stupid dash playback.
Dashboard.
No, not dashboard.
No?
Dash playback. It's the way that YouTube has now implemented how it loads its videos. So what you'll notice how videos load now on YouTube is basically it'll load the videos in chunks. So it will load, like, say, the first 1 minute of video, but it will never load any more than that 1 minute until you reach around close to that 1 minute mark, and then it'll load the next minute or something.
Yeah, and then it'll slow down if you skip forward in the video and you have to wait longer, right?
Not that, it'll just buffer from where you choose to do that. But and I also noticed if when you replay, it'll reload the entire video again, or something along those lines. So basically, for the people who have really slow internet that purposely leave the video running to, you know, basically load up, they can't, because it'll only load up to a certain point, and then what? They gotta wait another bloody half an hour to load the next minute because the net's that slow. So that's something I definitely disabled, so now my videos actually, you know, load the entire thing and I don't have to worry about it. God, it's a stupid thing. But I mean, I can't understand why YouTube did it. I mean, they wanted to save bandwidth, because I think what they've noticed is a lot of people load these videos but then don't actually watch the entire thing, so a lot of that's gone to waste. So that makes sense, but they should have had an option to enable or disable.
Yeah, a cookie thing that you can go into the settings and it permanently disables it for your thing. In case you're on dial-up.
Yeah.
Or it'll automatically diagnose the speed of or check the speed of your internet, and then it'll determine whether or not it's applicable to you.
Yeah, pretty much. And But yeah, if you guys want to check it out, feel free to Google Grease Monkey and also download the YouTube Center. I might actually put a link down in the description if needed.
Probably be good.
Yeah, but anyways, thanks everyone for listening and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever we talked about today. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Give us a like, subscribe and all that. But other than that, we'll see you next time.
See you. It's all a marketing strategy. It's not like they're trying to be arseholes and withdraw, keeping the content from you. It's a marketing strategy, and they do it to make more money. However, I feel that ethic now, if he starts flying around or shitting their bags, he's fucking out.